Hello. Hello, can everyone hear us? Could someone put in chat if you can hear us and James as well, do you want to speak? See if we can hear you
Hi,
too.
can you guys hear me? I just wait and check.
Yeah. I think I'll take 10 seconds with the delay. Just want to make sure there's no audio issues like the launch event. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go then. Take it away.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning in and welcome to Sprint One. Um, we've seen some incredible strategies on the leaderboard and we're like really impressed by it. Um, you guys are all incredible. We have a quick balance patch for you guys. So Meridian Industries has approved a fleet-wide doctrine update for Titan operations. Ongoing market fluctuations in titanium and axionite, tighter safety regulations on boulder chassis, and growing command network strain across active combat zones have forced changes to logistics, repair, and weapons protocols. Um, yeah, so we're just going to go through the balance patches, and I'll talk a little bit about why we made them. So, bridges have been increased to 5% scaling from 1%. This was a massive oversight on our part. Like previously, they were just objectively better than conveyors. Um, we've removed BuilderBot Kamikaze because it was kind of broken and replaced it with like a turn-based damage. And we've nerfed Sentinel and BuilderBot scaling. We have a global cap of 50 units per team to stop matches taking like 10 minutes. And you have to now refine the Axonite before you bring it back to your core because that was too easy. And the breach vision radius has been increased because previously you could hit a tile that you couldn't see, which is a bit weird. Okay, now I'm gonna hand over to Ollie to talk about the stats.
Yeah, just before we dive into the actual matches and we tell you who actually won, which is what you're all here for, I assume, I just want to run through some stats because it's kind of cool. We have like almost 1,500 players now across almost 500 teams. The average team size is two, which is kind of cool. A lot of solos. We've reached 2,500 submissions now, with each team on average doing 14 submissions. Um, and the highest team, the team who's done the most submissions, has done 124, which is kind of crazy. 124 submissions from a single team. We've now played on our infrastructure 67,000 matches, of which that means almost 200,000 games. There have been 5,000 test matches, 4,000 rated matches. We've got an average match duration for now of around 3 minutes, but it's about to go down with these balance changes. And then the next sort of interesting stat I thought was just to talk about core destroyed and resource wins. So right now we're at 40,000 core destroyed games versus 260,000 resource win games. So it's about a 12% to 81% split for now. We'll see how that changes with the with the upcoming balance patches. Um, and then the general matches per day has just gone up every single day. Started 5,000, now it's at 12,000 a day, which is super cool to see. Yeah, the AWS bill is crazy. Rachel in chat, the AWS bill is insane. Thank God we have enough credits for all this. So now, thank you for all playing. I think this is the one thing we want to get across before we go into the tournament. The tournament does have different maps to what's on ladder, so there is inherent variance. We also have a little bit of randomness, whether you're gold or silver, what side you start on could swap every round. And everybody's very unprepared for this. And there's the inherent randomness in the seating. So even if you don't win, thank you for submitting, and please keep playing because there's going to be huge prizes. Sprint prizes may increase as well. So yeah, this is very exciting for us. So here we go. Here is the bracket. So there are almost 150 teams in the total tournament. It's single elimination, seeded based on your ladder score as of like 36 hours ago, 39 hours ago, or whatever midnight yesterday was UK time. Um, and we take the submission from that point and your elo from that point and use that and pin it and snapshot it as the seeding for the tournament. So best versus worst. And then for
Yeah.
the rounds that have non-powers of two, like the very first round, if I zoom out here, it's a pretty big tournament. But for the first round, we have a bunch of buys. So for all the ones here, you can see a lot of people just automatically went through to the second round. Um, so before walking through the actual like all that little stuff there, I'm going to talk through your actual final 16. So these are the final 16. We're going to watch the matches of live. Um, and James, if you want to chime in with like any details about these teams that you know from the Discord or from watching
Yeah,
from
so
the
this first team is actually two Cambridge teams that I know quite well. Adgato hid his strategy until the last minute, and I got some complaints from random user group that Adgato had countered their strategy last minute. Um,
which is very interesting that they're now matched against each other. So best versus worst here. So this is a
um,
battle of
so that'd
titans.
be quite an exciting match.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I think the team to watch is random user group, but a lot of the other teams I'm told have good counters for their strategy because they released their bot like a day before
Yeah.
the sprint deadline.
The rational I can't remember what the last word is, but this one in particular is one to watch as well, I think. They submitted very late, and now if you look at the leaderboard, they're at like where are they? Yeah, the Rational Merlin's now third. So you can see they've absolutely jumped up. And when they submitted, they were like 60th. So that's a another one to watch too. If I go back here and hide this again, cool. So some other missing names you might be wondering about is Grandmother. Grandmother has been pretty dominant for the first section of the game. So if I go to Grandmother, I think it's down here somewhere. They actually lost to the Rational Merlin, um, which again makes sense based on the ladder position. But this is a bit of an upset in terms of ranking. So that's why Grandmother isn't present in this top 16. Another one is Give Me a Job. Is also also didn't make it. They got beat out by Cheesy Nachos, which is very very
Massive
interesting match.
upset.
Yeah, massive
And
upset.
somehow I've actually made it to the finals. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, so James is also in the finals, but rest assured, if he wins, he will not get any prize. Second place will get
Yeah,
the
we
prize.
we'll give the prize to second place if I win.
Yeah, this is drop table is James. Just reading out the other ones, we've also got MFF1. They have some really cool core base strategies you might be looking out for. We've got Gooby Woobies who are in gold, which is kind of cool that they made it to the top 16 here. Cheesy Nachos, JDK more like IDK. They've been pretty present in the top 8 for the entire tournament so far. We Wear Shoes sometimes, same for them. Jython, same. Warwick Code Sock, also same. A lot of recognizable names here. Bois as well, also dominated, I think, day one, which was really cool.
And a lot of these teams are ones to watch for the next sprint. I think Warwick Codestock has been slowly climbing the elos. Um, Super AI was definitely very dominant early on.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I think there's a lot of variance here, which is kind of cool. Um, let's dive in. Let's look at the first match. Let's go. So random user group versus Adgato. This is our Cambridge versus Cambridge. And as we go, we're also going to walk through the special maps we've got for the sprint. So this first map is Galaxy. As you can see, it looks looks like a galaxy. These walls are not too thick on these diagonals, so you can path through them, and you have to use bridges to go back. Um, so it's sort of a check on having bridge logic working for if you want to get more resources that aren't in your initial section here.
Yeah.
Um,
So one thing is this map is quite populated with resource. So the team who wins here is probably the one who has the best conveyor logic.
yeah. So let's dive straight in. So here, random user group. This is our number one seed main to watch here. They're in orange, and Adgato is in blue. Um, and Adgato have this super cool core
So
strategy.
so random user high is going immediately for the rush.
Yeah. I mean, this is random user high's patented strategies. Kill them in the first 100 teams, 100 turns, and then pray. Although
I
they
really like Adgato's bunker strategy. I think it looks really cool.
let's speed up a little bit here. I think in general we're gonna play the early game pretty slow. Mid game we're probably gonna speed through, and then we're gonna see the last end game we're gonna slow down a bit. I think. Yeah. Okay. So they Adgato's got some bridge tech getting these
Are
different
those getting thrown around by
harvesters.
launchers in the top right?
Yeah. I can zoom in here, but there's a if I slow down a little bit to see what's exactly is happening, they're
All
just
right,
sort
so
of
there's a bunch of random sentinels.
yeah. They're a bunch of sentinels. This one can, in theory, no, it can't. It can't reach the core. Um, yeah, I think random user groups just trying for anything here.
they told me there was a few bugs with their submission before the sprint deadline.
I think this is a really tough matchup for them as well, though, because it is a bunker opponent, which is sort of a direct counter. But
Yeah,
let's
definitely.
speed back up again and see what else is going on. Yeah, I mean, I've got of these massive resource lines coming in across the entire map.
Yeah.
Looks very.
They've done some really good routing. Like these are some very efficient resource lines.
Yeah, I'm just gonna speed up now because it looks like things have pretty much stabilized. Another interesting thing here is this sort of network of splitters that Random User Group is building, which is kind of funny around this harvester. I'm very
I have no
curious.
idea what that's supposed to do.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome actually. But it looks like Adgata is going to take this one just based off a resource win, off of resources collected. Yeah, I can show the resource graphs actually. So Titanium collected, Adgata are going up here, sort of running away with it. Random User Group do have an income here, but they're just spending all of it on making these splitters. Just kind of cool. Oh, interesting. Now Adgato are sort of teasing them out, trying to figure out what's going on. I assume Adgato are trying for a bit of a parasitic. It's not a rush anymore, but sort of a parasitic attack here, where they're trying to find a harvester that they can steal some resources from to fund a sentinel. Is
Yeah,
like
so like a parasitic rush is basically where you hijack your opponent's conveyor lines to build a turret. Um, it seems it seems like there aren't many resources going into random user high space.
yeah, they've just got one. They've just got one harvester that's going in. They've bunkered it. Oh, interesting. Now Adgato started getting Axionite. Damn. Okay, yeah. So this is just a running away with the resource one here.
Yeah, it's a massive domination.
We cannot hide the turns taken. Um, these top bots are essentially all have combat, so I don't think it spoils what's going on. Like a lot of them have core destroy capabilities, but you're right. I think for next time we should probably hide that for the early rounds. So cool. I'd got to take this first round. Let's go on to Cinnamon Roll. So this is sort of similar to Galaxy actually, but this one's a little more condensed. And now there's no resources like outside. You have to go through and you have to have a bridge to get any resources at all. So this is a
So
straight.
you really need like really good pathfinding here. The idea of this map was like we put a lot of layers in front of the resources, so you have to pathfind really well to get to the center.
Yep.
You need to have good logic to go around walls and stuff.
Cool. Let's dive in. A little fast there. Let's pause. So let's investigate what happened. So random user group building their bunker strat, putting bunkers around their harvesters and trying to bring it back to base. But since they don't use bridges in this conveyor bunker strat, they're sort of stuck and they have no income anymore. But Adgato do have these conveyor lines, these bridge
Yeah,
lines.
so I think random user highest strategy is really like predicated on getting a successful rush. So I think it seems to not be doing very well um after failing the rush.
Yeah, especially for like a bunker opponent, it's like a it's a really tough matchup actually. But yeah, you can see they're putting some sentinels down now that they've reached a certain point, but
Yeah,
not
so
getting much luck.
Adgato's bunker is actually really clever. So it has like two thick walls, and then they're like putting bridges onto the splitters, which like automatically does the sorting for them pretty much.
Yeah, and they have a launcher, I think, right here, right? Which is how they
Yeah,
get builder bots
it's like a
out,
gate outside of the base, yeah.
which is super dope. So like, because you can only spawn builder bots on the core, and since you're building a bunker, you can't get out. So if you just put a launcher here, you can throw them outside, which is really funny actually. Yeah, this looks like another. If we look at the resource graphs, this is another Adgato
I think this is going to be a complete
yeah,
domination again.
bunker win. Yeah, I think oh god, there's so many builder bots. This is still in the old patch where there's so much
Yeah,
builder bots spawning.
I'm so glad that we introduced the building block cap.
Like even rendering it is chugging my browser. Yeah, that's another Elgato win. Let's go to the third map, DNA. This is a bit of a crazier one.
Yeah, so the idea behind this map is it just looks pretty. Um,
Yeah, I mean, this is people will not expect this depth of resources. Like this is not something
no
we've
one
shown.
expected this many resources.
Yeah, yep. So this is a very different setting for most of these bots. So I'm super curious. Um, what happens. Because also this is a little more difficult to build a bunker around. Um, okay, okay, they seem to have figured out a good plan for it. They've put their launcher down. Cool. So I'm super curious whether rushing works here because
Yeah, so they have
now,
to rush really far. Like they have to make it all the way to the bottom of the map here.
yeah, and this time they have resources because there was one close enough. So they have,
So they're pathfinding correctly around the walls, which is good.
yeah, and they're seeking downwards, which is smart. I think random user group do a really good job of guessing where the opponent core is, which is something that like isn't really obvious. Like it's actually kind of hard. Um, so let's see how the rush goes here. Are they finding anything? They could put some
I
sentinels
think
down
Adgato's
here.
strategy really counts as like random user high.
I think they could put some sentinels down here though. I think they because there's resources here they can hijack and
Yeah, they
sentinels.
need to destroy the roads.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. Even from here though, I think sentinels up here would I think there's a yeah, they can hijack from this bridge here. So we'll see. If you just put a sentinel here downwards, I think that just like wins the game.
Yeah.
Is that right, James? I
Yeah,
think,
that's right. That's right.
yeah, okay.
And especially since Adgato has no border bots on the base to heal.
Yeah. I mean, they can launch them back in, but I'm not sure if they've programmed that in. I'm also curious what's happening up here. Yeah, interesting. They're just sort of sitting around. They're definitely doing execution, like 600 microseconds each there. Okay, let's speed up a little bit.
It doesn't seem like they're building sentinels.
Yep, let's see. Titanium collected. Adgato are in the lead here. A random user group trying anything else up here? No, that's all consistent. Ooh, okay. Let's pause there. So random user group have put a sentinel down there hijacking from, and are they attacking roads there? Was it? Yeah, looks
It
like
looks
they're clearing roads. That's cool.
yeah, it looks like it.
They're also clearing the harvester. They're just destroying the income.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like it, but the sentinel can hit in the two like adjacent towers to the left and right. It doesn't look like it from the asset.
Yeah, you can see the red hitbox there.
Ah, so
Let's
they have built the
go.
sentinel now.
Wow, nice. After putting their own harvester down, that's interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a black bar. I think in OBS you can put a black bar over the turn count because you're right. This did spoil that they won this run. So let me see if I can transform.
Technical difficulties.
I'm not sure how to use OBS to be honest. Oh no, actually, oh I can do this. Camera, add source. Let's put a color. Okay, let's make the color black. This will take a second, and then we'll play out the other two games within this match. Cool option. All right. You now hopefully can't see the turn count. uh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Let's keep going. All right, so the fourth map here. Now remember, if Adgato gets one more map win here, they pass, they win. So it's best of five. And so if it's first to three essentially.
Yeah. So I actually think the routing on this map is quite hard. I think Rush will be quite good here, so I anticipate that random user high will win, but I don't know the outcomes of these matches.
Yeah, and
Um,
especially so bot pathfinding here is tough because like you can't go through diagonals anymore. Like all the diagonals are blocked off, like not like in the previous few maps. So let's see what happens. There are a couple resources close by though, which will make things easier. This is a tough bunker to break though. To be fair,
oh,
actually.
random user high is building conveyors instead of bridges.
Yeah. I don't think they ever build bridges. Random user high. I think Adgato are the bridge spammers. I think random user high only do their conveyors for the first bit. Okay.
Okay, so their build bots have reached the opponent base.
There's so many roads here. It's tough to tough to get anything.
I'm starting to think we should have made roads have 1% scaling.
No, no, no. I think this is interesting. It gives some degree of like claiming territory, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah,
Clog
then
the map with roads.
Adgato's bots are a little stuck. It looks like poor guys. Let's look at the resource scaling here. Yeah, I mean Adgato's basically completely bankrupt here, which is why they can't like they're waiting to get some resources so they can place roads to keep moving. But since they didn't, for whatever reason, get to this initial harvester with bridges, they're completely bankrupt. Like they're sort of dead in the water right now. So I think
I
by
think random user
default,
high is basically completely swarming their base. Like it doesn't look like they can even place anything.
well, I think also like just by having this one harvester, they just win by default. Um,
Oh, and also they're leaving two builder bots on the splitters so they can't be destroyed. I'm assuming that's also because they can heal the core. It's like a quite clever strategy.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice that actually. That's cool. Got so many builders. Okay, I'm just gonna speed through this one now. I think this one's a lock. Just because yeah, they didn't get any income, so it's over.
Wait, just double checking on the stream. People definitely can't see the turn counter, right?
I'm pretty sure it looks like in OBS. Could someone
Okay,
confirm in
okay.
chat like that you can't see the turn counter anymore? But yeah, I mean they're putting down a ton of these sentinels when they don't even need to really. Like it's like they just have no money and they have a little bit of money, so it's like they just win by default.
Yeah,
Cool,
but I'd guess it didn't hit a single harvester, so it's quite unfortunate.
cool. Okay, all right, it's 2-2. All right, this is a big map now.
Okay, I think this map's quite easy, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go a little faster so we have time to go through all the matches. So let's speed through. Yeah, so this is a super close. Let's see if sentinel sniping from the edge here.
That's early. That's early.
That's really early. And it doesn't look like there's any healer bots on the base. Oh, they've got 3 sentinels down. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Bunker broken. They managed to get 3 different ways to
So
find sentinels in.
Adgata has been eliminated.
Yeah, random user group wins. Crazy. So awesome. Let's resolve that. Let's go into our next match. MFF1 and the Gooby Woobies.
I love that name, by the way. Gooby Movies.
Yeah. So let's go a little slow to start out with. So MFF1 are here in the gold. And
They're also doing some kind of splitter bunker strat,
yeah. This is like
but
a
with only
smaller
one
one.
layer.
A little. Oh, they're putting sentinels down instead of the barriers now as a defense, which is kind of interesting.
Hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay, and then the Gooby Woobies are pure conveyor strat. They don't use any bridges here, which means they can't go over these diagonal tiles, which means you have to wrap all the way around, which is a bit of a waste of resources, but um, I think it's cool that they can still pathfind back to base, like you doing that.
Yeah,
That's
you
so
can see
sick.
the builder bots walking the titanium back to the base.
Yeah, and there's no rush from either side here. No attacking right now. It's pure resource gathering. Um, I say
It's
that.
very peaceful.
I say that as as these couple
We
moving.
can see the rush going.
Yeah, the sentinel
I
defense is so
different
expensive
teams
actually.
do different teams do rushes at different timings, and
Mm.
from what I can tell, the teams who do it earlier tend to win more.
Yeah. Okay, it seems like they
Uh,
kamikazed, then they placed down a
they've
turret.
done it. They've done the
Ooh.
parasitic rush. They're hijacking the opponent's conveyor belts.
Oh, but the opponent is healing. They've got 2 on base, just constant healing. Interesting. Okay, let's speed up and see if
Yeah.
anything else happens.
So one builder bot basically counteracts one gunner on this patch. So
Damn, look at that. 4
so they
gunners
have
now.
they have three they have four gunners now, which is more than the healing of two builder bots.
Nice. So big win from MFF1 there. Let's go on to cinnamon roll. Um, I assume the starts will look pretty similar, where they get some initial resources. This guy MFF1 bridges back, then oh yeah, since they don't use bridges, Gooby Woobies can't pathfind out of the cinnamon roll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but
Yeah,
actually neither
it's
can
not forces you to use bridges. Yeah.
MFF1. Interesting. They're out of resources. They spent too much early.
Wait, what happens if both teams run out of
It's
resources?
the harvesters. So I think actually Gooby Woobies win by default here, right?
Yeah, let's resolve it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's go 256. Damn, okay, they're just completely dead. That's crazy. I think Gooby Woobies win here. Yeah, Gooby Woobies win based on the harvester count.
Oh,
Very cool. Okay.
crazy.
So now DNA. Um, let's go. So this is a lot of resources on this map, which might mean
Yeah.
they in fact overspend, which increases their scaling. Because if you harvest everything in your site, you will have a ton of scaling because you put a ton of things down. Like look at like they're putting
Yeah.
harvesters
I
on
mean, you can
everything
scroll
here.
down to the scaling breakdown on the left.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like already up to 700%, 800% scaling, which is going to make rushing really difficult and attacking really difficult in general.
yeah.
So it's a really interesting trade-off.
Those bridges and harvesters are adding a lot
Yeah.
of scaling.
Oh
Oh,
my god, it was 1200%. Crazy. Man, okay. I think this is just going to be a resource. Like whoever
oh.
can grab it all the best.
We're being told we should speed up because it's gonna take too long.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna rush through this one. I think this one's just a resource diff, and it seems like the titanium collected by MFF1 is just higher. So let's go to the next one. Um, mini maze. Actually, no. That ended on a ended early. That ended on an actual attack. Yeah, MFF1 attacked at the very end here somehow with all the scaling, which is pretty sick. Cool. Let's go
Very
on the
cool.
mini maze. Ooh, too fast. But
A little bit too fast.
yeah. Let's go at like 32x. So we've got another rush from MFF1 here, but they've got 4 bots in the core, so they're healing. Um, pretty similar game plan though. This looks very similar to the last couple maps. They put another couple gunners down. Oh my god, look at the domino. Look at all the bots. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm being told we should aim for roughly 30 to 45 seconds per match.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, let's speed this up then massively. Okay, so this is a win from MFF1, 3-1. So let's go into the next one. Cheesy Nachos and JDK, more like IDK. So again, similar maps. We can speed up a
okay.
bit now since we're not explaining the maps anymore. Um,
Yep.
so
So
these are both bridge
the
users.
later rounds will have different maps. Um,
Yeah. Okay, these are 2 bridge users. Looks like straight econ from both of them.
yeah, again, these are like very, very efficient networks that they've made.
Yeah.
I was actually very impressed by the pathfinding that the teams made up.
Like look at that.
I actually didn't think A star was possible in under 2 milliseconds, but um like we actually tried to make the time limit so that people couldn't do stuff like A star. But we did that unsuccessfully.
Yeah, this is another straight resource one. Seems like actually Orange got their supplies cut off somehow. At some point, their titanium collected has gone to increasing by 0. But yeah, JDK more like IDK win that one on a cinnamon roll. Let's go down a bit at the start. These are both bridge
Yeah, so
users,
both
so they're
teams
fine.
make it into the cinnamon roll.
um, yeah, again though they've sort of stalled a titanium collected for Orange here. For I think it's cheesy
So
nachos.
why does gold keep stalling on titanium?
I think their bridges might be being kamikazed by blue team here, because they have bridge
Yeah, it
networks
looks
going
like
up.
it.
There's just so many blue bots here. JDK more like IDK win that one, and then DNA. Um, this is a this is an interesting one for bridge users because I mean this is so inefficient for bridge.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's so many bridges. Oh my gosh. What's the scaling?
scaling 3,000.
3,700%. Wow.
Jesus, wow. Okay,
Okay.
but this is another resource fight where actually cheesy nachos win this one. Cool. So we'll go on to the next one. This is a bit of a closer, tighter corners one. Let's go.
Okay.
Very.
They seem to be staying on their side of the map.
Although yeah, the kamikaze is working. So yeah, I mean, cheesy nachos are just cut off here from their supply
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah, I really think the Builderbot spam was a bit too good on this patch.
Yeah, you can see noticeably here. I mean, this match probably took like 20 minutes to run. So JDK more like IDK, take that one. Nice. And we wear shoes versus Jython. We wear shoes sometimes. Sorry. They don't wear shoes all the time. Okay, these are again a couple bridge users.
Again, a very quick rush.
Yeah, the cool thing about Jython is they have this sort of adaptive launcher strategy where they put launchers next
Yeah,
to harvesters to try and defend their territory, which is kind
a
of
bit of an
sick.
interesting looking base.
Yeah, and then the
Um,
cool thing about we wear shoes sometimes is they just spam barriers in the opponent's space, which is kind of funny. There's just a ton of like barriers just messing with the opponent. Um,
oh, there's a sentinel in the middle. Oh, and a lot of launchers. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing with these launchers.
I think it's map control. I think they put it near their harvesters maybe to defend the harvesters from opponent kamikaze
Yeah,
bots
to
maybe.
like throw the bots away from the harvesters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But this looks like a sort of a resource fight here. I don't think either is going to be able to
I
break
think that's
through.
quite clever, like launchers as a defense strategy.
Yeah, I think barriers as an attack strategy is kind of sick as well. Like that's super dope. Let's speed this up. Oh, actually, titanium collected for the
Yeah,
orange here is
gold is
going
catching
up.
up.
Weaver shoe sometimes has gone up. Ooh, interesting.
Massive, massive upset.
Yeah, no, the Sentinel dismantled the supply lines as well. I think the bridges just got doomed. So I think yeah, Weaver shoes sometimes took it away. That's crazy. That's cool. All right, let's go a
Well,
little
both these
faster.
teams use bridges, so I don't see them having a problem here.
Similar match here. They rushed, I think,
Yeah.
dismantled the supply line, spammed
They have
barriers.
like bots circling the outside of the map.
Yeah, they're trying to get
They're like
complete map
they're doing
control.
laps of the field.
Crazy. Okay, now DNA. Um,
Okay.
big resource map. Looks like the rush didn't work this time, and blue are getting some resources in. The bear, you can see the barrier spam.
It looks like We Wear Shoes is going to take this though, just from resource count.
It does, based on that. But there was an upset before. Let's see, nope, nope, nope. They won. Okay, awesome. That's a
Okay,
three.
We Wear Shoes with the clean sweep.
Yeah, three to no.
Okay.
Next up is the Warwick Code Sock versus the Rational Merlin. Again, Rational Merlin potentially went to watch. They submitted very last second before the deadline, so they could be strat hiding. We'll see.
But Warwick Code Sock is also a very strong team, so
Yeah, yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
Been playing the entire tournament. So Rational Merlins use bridges and conveyors here, which is really interesting. So this is a hybrid strategy, and they've got some sentinels here defending their harvesters, which is kind of cool. Whereas Warwick Code Sock is a lot more of the standard sort of bridge network we've seen in a few
Yeah.
other.
This looks like a fairly inefficient bridge network, but um,
I mean, I guess it's high throughput. You could argue.
it's definitely happy. But
Okay, it looks like neither are really doing any meaningful attacking. I think both are just resource maxing. And it seems like Rational Merlin are. Oh no, 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 never mind. No, Axionite collected. Interesting. So Rational Merlin are doing Axionite strats. So even if they're behind on Titanium, they have more Axionite. So I think they win by default here.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So that's another thing I don't know if you want to talk about, James. It's like the
Yeah.
sort of the
Uh,
game theory of
So
mining Axionite
the actual
wrong.
game, like the win condition on the game is first like check whether like on every turn check whether the core is destroyed. And if you reach turn 2000, it's actually decided by Axionite collected first, then Titanium collected. So if you collect one stack of Axionite, you can beat a team like no matter how much Titanium they get.
But it's also really expensive scaling wise to make a refinery.
Yeah,
So
it costs 100% scaling to make a foundry.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, you can see actually Warwick Kootsock did a successful rush here, which is super sick. I mean, they put their own harvester down, then bridged all the way to the opponent's base with a sentinel. That's super cool.
yeah, that's very clever.
Okay, let's go here. Oh, okay, that was a super quick
Oh.
match. I think. No, 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 I just reset for some reason. Okay, no, so this is another.
So they very quickly reach the opponent's base, where it could suck.
Yeah, and it looks like Warwick Kootsock are unfortunately they don't have enough money
Uh,
here. I think they put down too many
oh,
harvesters.
have they run out of money?
They ran out of money. Yeah. Oh, that's so
Okay.
unfortunate. So I
Wait,
think.
yeah, Rational Melon's getting a massive amount of titanium.
Oh my god. Yeah. 40,000. Okay. Let's go to the end of this one. Cool.
Okay.
Then mini maze. A little slower here. Similar. Oh, okay. They're fighting the middle a little bit here. Rational Merlin's got their Sentinel Harvester combo. I'm super interested in how they decide what direction to place the Sentinels. Because like this one's placed in that direction, so it's not facing
Yeah, I
towards the
mean,
opponent's
it looks
base.
it looks really good. Like it's successfully stopping the builder bots from reaching their side.
Yeah, I guess it's just placed in the direction that the bot was going when they put the harvester or something. It's like the tendrils of the tree or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like,
They have a lot of sentinels around the map. All right.
yeah, but they won by resources there again, Rational Merlin. So awesome,
Yeah.
Rational Merlin, take it. GG.
3-0.
Then Clankers versus Aspiring GMs.
So these are two quite highly rated teams. Um,
Yeah, these are
I'm a
very
big fan
high.
of the names.
Yeah, I'm not sure what our rules are on slurs and team names though. I'm not sure we can allow Clankers long term.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
you can see
so
some early rushes with Sentinels here from Aspiring GMs. Just destroying
both
some
teams have
roads.
successfully rushed each other's bases. Um, for some reason, the sentinels are shooting the roads instead of the.
Well, I think this one's shooting the base, but I think the bots are just healing it. I think, yeah, you can
Oh
see
yeah.
this is shooting the core. Okay, wow, there's, oh,
So
they put a
I'm
Sentinel
surprised
down.
that teams are like
Done.
I'm surprised that teams are just like leaving builder bots on the base to heal instead of like building turrets to kill their turrets. But I think it makes sense because we made healing free, so this is like the economical option.
It is also easier to program, I'd argue.
Yeah.
Like sourcing the resources to fund turrets to defend your base is kind of tough. Like, but yeah, so
This is a lot of turrets.
even with that, they're getting out healed though, because the turrets not being none of them are being
Yeah,
funded
most
except
of
for
the
like
turrets are not
one.
being fueled.
Yeah, down. Yeah, so both are attacking each other, and now both are really poor. It's like neither are really able to break through. Uh, so I think Titanium Collected is sort of neck and neck here though. So this is an interesting one. Okay, it looks like yeah, it looks like Clankers take it away. Cool. On a cinnamon roll. Another similar sort of thing where they get a ton of resources. Let's see if they start attacking each other. I think there's some kamikazeing going on the bridge network here. You can see some of the bridges being destroyed. Let's see the graphs here again. Yeah, I think blue are gonna take it. I think aspiring GMs just have a better network here. You can see some
Yep.
attacks with gunners as well, which is some harassment. Cool. Onto DNA. Very similar. Oh, there's some
Yep.
attacks going on here, but again, very
Clank seems to
unfunded.
instantly circle the map with roads.
Yeah,
It's an
just
interesting exploration strategy.
yeah, no, it's kind of cool. I guess it means you always have a way to get to any corner of the map. I guess this makes sense. Okay, aspiring GMs actually take this. I think this attack was too ambitious. There just wasn't enough. Yeah, I mean, I think the sort of trend here is they're both attacking each other, but it's just too expensive, and then they just run out of money. So
Okay,
similar sort of deal
we have
here.
30 viewers, which is
Oh, awesome.
very cool.
That's super cool.
Um,
Yeah, again, unfunded
yeah,
turrets. I think
it
this
looks like Aspiring GM is doing much better economically.
awesome. Yeah, aspiring
Uh,
GM, take that one. GG.
GG.
Pray and deploy versus
Okay.
Super AI.
Yeah. So I think this pray and deploy team like really caught on to what we were doing in our development.
Yeah, pray and deploy is very relatable. But Super AI actually, they were very dominant day one. I remember we're like top of the leaderboard. I think, right? I think
Yeah, they were top of the leaderboard for a while actually.
before we did the great rank reset that was needed. So oh, they're attacking here. Quick rush with the opponent's conveyors. This is a parasitic rush that you're talking about. So
Yeah.
down. Very cool.
Very successful parasitic rush, yeah.
So again, oh, a little TLE there.
Okay.
So,
They don't successfully root out of the cinnamon roll.
no, they
So,
can't.
so this not really forces you to use bridges. So if you have a conveyor only strategy, it kind of screws you.
Yeah, you can't break free. So I think Super AI just take this one again.
Yeah.
Hurt you that. Let's play it out. Cool. Super AI and then DNA. Let's go a little faster as well. Oh, okay, too fast.
Oh,
Let's
that's
pause.
a lot of
God, look at all these TLE bots. I think they're all trying to find a way through, but they just can't because of all the roads.
So Super AI scaling is really bad, but I think just on like how many harvesters they have, but still.
Yeah, I mean, we can take a look at what the actual. Yeah, they're at 1,000 here, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you're incentivized to basically do as much as possible because it's based on how much you collected, not how much you have. Um, so this strategy seems to be very successful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and this one in general, they outscaled money wise here. So Super AI, take it. Well played. Next is James drop table.
This is my strategy is really bad, but
Do you want to
I'm
talk about your
surprised I made
strategy
it this far.
while it runs?
So my strategy is literally just uh like just go towards their base and try and kamikaze. I mean, like here it's just I leave builder bots on the bridges so they can't be kamikaze. Like this is basically like a counter strategy to teams who just run at your conveyors and kamikaze. But I don't do any defense, so if somebody just built a turret next to my base, I would just lose.
Nice. That's cool. Oh, look at this. This is really interesting. Like the Bois bots are just like surrounding all the resources. I
Yeah,
guess
you,
they're
you can see the builder bots circling the harvesters.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
Bois
we
would not.
haven't successfully programmed our like if you see other builder bots do something else.
Okay, yeah. So it looks like you're trying to rush them here, but it doesn't look very successful. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they don't have many
Um,
resources though. But I think they've
well,
collected enough.
they are getting resources, but neither am I.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, Bois take that and DNA. Oops. Again, similar.
Okay. Again, I've found no resources. My strategy is so bad.
No, 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 no. It's okay. I think it's
In my defense, I also had to develop the game at the same time.
it's probably for the best. I think it's not. It would be bad if you went further. I think. Okay, Blah, take that. Unfortunately for James.
Okay.
Cool. On to the quarters. Let's go. Random user group versus MFF1.
So
So
it's looking like random music group are the favorites here, like favorites to win the tournament.
yeah, so far at least we'll see. So these are two.
Okay.
This is again a bunker strat. This is
Okay.
a bad matchup
It's a
for random
very
user
quick
group.
rush.
Very quick rush.
Um, Yeah, so I think random user group's advantage is really that they rush very early, before the opponent has any time to like collect resources and stuff.
Yeah, and they take that one. And I think also their rush is really smart. Like they it's not like it's not just a trivial parasitic rush. It's like they actually place down sentinels in smart locations and like sort of plan it out, which is really cool. I think this one though, unfortunately, they just didn't get the resource income. There wasn't a close enough one, and they don't use bridges, so they can't escape the cinnamon roll.
Yeah, I think both teams have run out of resources, but I think random user high actually wins this,
There are
based
more
on
harvesters
harvesters.
for MFF1 actually.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, there's two. Interesting. Oh yeah, dumb. I'm so curious about this like splitter sentinel wall strategy here, like the MFF1 take.
But I think it's very clever because
Oh,
yeah, you can just like leave a builder bot on
cool.
the splitter, and then you basically just have like a full wall.
Here's another successful rush from Random User Group. Worked this time. They got their resources. Mini
Hmm.
maze. This one I think also will probably go to Random User High. Just based on there are. Oh, never mind. There aren't resources. They didn't get any resources. Damn. Oh, but they did put down a sentinel. So they, even without resources, they still do the rush. So they rush instantly off road. Crazy. Who's got the most harvesters? Most harvesters is MFF1 here, I think. But oh no 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 no
They've
no.
managed to get a sentinel without even collecting any resources.
Yeah, they got another sentinel down and they got more resources. They actually outscaled the healing of the single bot. Damn.
So
Okay.
it's insane efficiency.
Crazy. Yeah, they didn't get a single resource and they still won by killing. That's crazy. Okay. Next is JDK more like IDK and we wear shoes sometimes. This is on the Galaxy map. Let's go a little quickly here. So these are two bridge ones again. I can't remember, were these attackers? Oh, we wear shoes
Um,
sometimes is the barrier spammer. That's pretty cool.
yeah. Spamming barriers at your opponent's face is a really good strat to just mess up all of their logic.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It just makes their life a pain. How much scaling do these contribute again? Barriers?
Um, I'm not sure. I think it's either like 1% or 5%. I think it's 1%.
Yeah, I can't see it. That might be a bug. I can't see it in here actually. I'll fix that later.
That's probably my fault.
No, 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 no. Cool. Okay, it looks like yeah. I mean, just based on map control, I think JDK more like IDK take this one on resources. I don't think there's gonna be a successful attack. Then cinnamon roll. Okay, again the spam with barriers, and then they didn't get any resources. We were issues sometimes. Neither did they though. So I think this might be another harvester diff, which just goes to JDK more like IDK.
Yeah, there's a lot of games resolved by number of harvesters. I think potentially a lot of teams have overfit on the 60-foot maps.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think these maps are so different to like what what the default ones were. Yeah, another
Yeah,
resource
these
removal.
maps will all be released into the wider map pool after this tournament. So you guys get to play on all these maps as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. This one goes to we were issues sometimes. I'm just gonna play these ones quite quickly because I don't think there's
Yeah,
any
there's no
real.
novel strategies here.
Yeah, yeah, we know what's happening. It's just whoever gets the resources quickly before the kamikaze destroys the bridges. So JDK more like IDK
Yeah,
takes it. Cool.
3-1.
They go through to the semis. The next semis is random user group versus JDK more like IDK. Very exciting. Now the Rational Merlin versus Aspiring GMs. Let's see. Cool. So the Rational Merlin here are on orange, and Aspiring GMs are
They
blue.
both got a bit of a slow start, but you can see aspiring GMs instantly routing towards the opponent base.
Yeah. Well, there's some kind of cool. They're putting turrets down
Oh,
here to break some roads.
wait, you can see they built aspiring GMs built a sentinel, but then there's a there's a defensive sentinel that's immediately killing it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's so cool. And there's another one here. That's like attacking things. Oh, there's sentinel fights going on. Little sentinel
That's
duels.
very clever. That's very clever.
That's so sick.
Um, so sentinels actually have like a cooldown time. So on this patch they take 4 turns to reload, but if you put a sentinel down, it takes 4 turns before it shoots. So you basically get to shoot first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, also like the destroying the roads coming in here means that like I think a bot got trapped down here from the aspiring GMs, which is it's kind of cool. I wonder if there's gonna be more attacking at some point. It looks like the Rational
It
Merlins
looks
just
like
have
they're about to
this.
run out of resources.
Yeah, I think they just win by resource diff here, and they do Axie Knight as well. I think so. That I think they just take it. Cool, cinnamon roll.
Yeah, Axia Knight strats are actually really good on this patch. I think most people haven't, like a lot of people haven't caught onto them.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because of how dominant kamikaze rushes were.
Aspiring GMs take this one actually by attacking with some turrets here. Let me rewind a little bit here to see what happened. But yeah, they snuck in by some roads here, which is cool. And then
And then
they
I assume blew themselves up and built a turret.
yeah, 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 yeah. Built two.
Oh,
Damn.
very cool.
Well played. DNA. Okay.
Okay.
They're
Seems to have good pathfinding
oh,
here.
look at all the harvesters they're building from which team is this? This is the aspiring GMs. That's gonna be tough on
But
scaling.
they're not using most of the harvesters. Like the resource lines are clogged up. I think this is one of the main problems with conveyors actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, this is aspiring GMs down here. I think this thing on the right is wrong color for this, but that's fine. Yeah, I think the scaling here from Rational Merlins is kind of crazy, but I think they do just get more income. And so they take this one, I think, which is interesting. Cool.
Yep.
Mini maze. We can again go pretty fast here. There's some little skirmishes in the middle with their turret and sentinel strats, which is cool. Do they push in with these turrets? They're close with the core. I don't know if they make it though. Oh wow. Wow, 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 wow. Aspiring GM snuck in. Crazy.
Yeah, sticking with a lot of these gunners. That's very cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn, that's
Okay,
super cool.
it's a final match.
And this is a super close one here. And so you can see they've already got a sentinel behind them
Yeah.
attacking from
So the
Aspiring
bases
GMs.
spawn so close to each other that I think the best move here is just to rush.
Yeah, I mean they're both attacking each other a ton. Like this is a brawl.
Yep.
But it seems like neither
And you can
actually.
see them destroying each other's turrets very quickly. This
Yeah.
is a very cool So they actually didn't manage to kill each other's bases. They have like enough good
Yeah.
defensive.
And the Marshall Merlin just wins by default by resources. Damn. Okay, that was a really
Yeah,
cool matchup between those two. Um, awesome. And now Super
very close
AI
one.
and Bois, which is a cool name. Um, these are two very early dominant teams, like in day one and day two. Um, oh, there's a rush going on, I think.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're kamikazing, put a turret down. Damn, looks like Super AI probably gonna take it. Yeah, there we go. Crazy.
Very cool.
This is a
Okay.
this is a bridge test map. Yeah, they both use bridges.
Yeah.
Cool.
This map is just a bridge check. Yeah. I think by putting this into the map pool, everyone is forced to know how to use bridges.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Damn, another super AI
Damn.
turret rush. Cool. This is a parasitic one as well.
Yeah, Super AI is doing very successful rushes. Um,
Cool. Let's see how it goes.
yeah, so they make quick use of the
Just another
of the
attack.
nearby
Yeah,
resources.
super AI
And
again. Parasitic
yeah,
rush.
3-0 sweep, crazy.
Well played. Now on to the semi-finals. Very excited. This is where it gets serious. Our four semi-finalists are random user group, JDK more like IDK, the Rational Merlin, and Super AI.
Some very exciting matches.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go with the first one. Random user group versus yeah. So we've got some new maps now as well for this final.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of
So
cool.
this one's inspired by by some chemical flasks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so this
we,
one's a
we
kind
thought
of
we'd
cool
be a
one.
bit clever, a bit creative with this map.
I think yeah, this actually that's kind of funny. I think I wonder if people will
Yeah,
actually path down into there. I mean, you
yeah.
can
I
get
mean, I
away with
think I
just
think
that
this
one.
resources are very abundant on this map, so I actually think people will. The optimal thing on this map is just to rush.
Oh, you can sneak in through the bottom here. Um,
Yeah,
it's kind of cool. Okay, yeah, because random user group here, they do their patented rush strategy with their sentinels.
yeah. The
Seems like
parasitic rush, very cool.
they are they are attacking. It looks like the health is going down on the core here.
Yeah, they
Ooh,
don't have enough builder to defend. Oh, I think they killed a builder bot, killed two builder bots.
damn, damn.
Very cool.
Nice. Okay, yeah, random
Yeah.
user group
I
takedown.
think on the maps where we put the cores very close together, it really biases towards teams who rush a lot.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, that makes sense. Um,
Okay.
nice.
This one Andy got quite creative with the map design.
Yeah, I like the little nose. Cool. So random user group putting their little put their sentinels down.
Yep.
Quick attack.
Like very quick rush. This is like sub 50 turns.
That's insane.
Um,
That's insane. 73 turn win there. That's ridiculous, actually. That's like insane. Okay. Let's go to
okay.
let's go to panel
Yeah,
one.
this one's inspired by the Battlecode logo. My terrible redrawing on the Battlecode logo.
I don't know. It looks pretty good to me. I mean, it's close enough. I mean, we can compare actually. What do we think? That or that? I think that's I like this one. But yeah, again,
I tried to make it hexagonal, but it's not very easy.
this is another one that really suits random user group. I think just because it's really
Yeah, I
close.
think we may made a lot of very like rush favored maps in the sprint pool.
Oh, but it looks like they haven't. Oh no, no. Okay, yeah, they're just
Oh no, they
hijacking.
successfully
They hijacked all the resources. Damn, poor JDK man. That's tough.
69 turns, crazy. That's the first sub 70 turn win I've seen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was instant. Okay, wow. So
Okay,
resolved to random user group. Well
a
played, GG.
5-0.
5-0. It's a sweep. Hopefully we'll get to see the last two maps as well in one of
Yep.
these ones. Um, let's go here. Cool. Now this is the Rational Merlin versus Super AI. So Rational Merlin, again, a really good team here using mix of
Yeah.
conveyors and bridges. Although they're
So they,
not
they won't be able
bridging.
to get the Unite with conveyors.
Yeah, it seems like they only place bridges like on exact diagonals, so they can't actually get this one because there's a harvester there, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Like I don't think they place bridges onto the resource.
Oh, they're putting
Oh.
down some forward sentinels here, trying to destroy the opponent's harvesters, probably.
But the Sentinels can't see the harvesters or what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They're just not firing. Like they can't see it, and they're definitely fueled, right? Because they
Yeah, maybe they're just gonna get rid of the conveyors coming out of the harvesters.
maybe.
Oh wait, they're stealing the resources of the harvesters, look.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's so funny. Okay, yeah, so that's why they're not destroying it because it's theirs.
Yeah. Well, that's very clever. Like put turrets on your opponent's harvesters to stop them building like conveyors from them.
Yeah, aggressive takeover. What the hell? That's dope. Okay, okay. They're just. I think. Yeah. I think Rational Merlin's gonna take this one just by resources. Doesn't look like either are attacking really.
Very cool.
That was sick
Okay.
actually. And is that a foundry? Yeah, they've got a foundry down as well, just for good
Yeah,
measure.
they've got 3,600 actually.
Crazy. Cool. We've got
Okay.
face now. This is a very rush heavy map. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so they've got they're again doing the aggressive takeover strategy with with the Sentinels. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like either are attacking the opponent though. Oh,
Oh
I
no,
say that.
this
Yeah, wow. Rational Merlin put down a little gunner.
yeah, off of the opponent's harvester as well.
I think just to show the other two
Okay.
maps quickly, I'm gonna skip BattleBot so we don't see what it is. I'm gonna show Wasteland instead. This
Yeah.
one's kind of cool. I like this map. This is a this is a real pathfinding
This is
test.
us dragging our mouse over the map editor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very big map as well. Oh, it looks like Super AI are attacking with a couple turrets.
Yeah. I think this map is quite a good test of efficient pathfinding.
Yeah, I mean they've completely like hamstrung like the income for Rational Merlin here. I think blue like silver just take this.
Yeah, and
Crazy.
neither team has any Axionite, so I think it's looking like Silver's just going to take this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Damn. That's well played actually. They're just constantly healing and attacking each other, these two turrets. That's so funny.
Very cool.
Wild. I think this just goes to Super AI. Now let's go to Tree of Life. This is our final map in these last two rounds, which is kind of cool. It is a tree of life.
Yeah, again, it's very sparsely walled, so I think it's really just a test of if you have very efficient pathfinding with not much obstruction.
Damn, and it seems like the Rational Merlin has just taken everything on the map and somehow like completely bankrupted Super AI here
Damn.
early. I think Super AI just couldn't get over the wall to start out with, and
Yeah.
everything else was just too
From
far
memory,
away.
Super AI does a lot of rushes, but I guess the rational Merlin has good counters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they have a lot of forward play sentinels and stuff, which I hope to see more of. I think it's cool to put like
Yeah.
turrets outside of your base. I think that's kind of cool.
Forward deployed turrets are a very cool idea. Having like a frontier.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Rational Merlin
Okay.
takes it. Well played. Now on to the finals. This is very exciting.
Okay. Yeah, get it. Random user group versus the Rational Merlin. This is a very exciting match.
Big.
Two extremely strong teams. I think they're like topping the leaderboards right now.
Yeah, yeah, two titans. And remember, this is pre-patch. This is all with all the bot spam, everything. So they've persevered through all the scuff stuff. It's pretty
Okay,
cool.
let's do it.
Let's go. So let's see how random user groups rush does against the Rational Merlin's sort of more mid-range sentinel stuff. So sending a ton of bots over.
Okay, so they're immediately trying to rush them.
Yep, they put a couple sentinels down.
It's looking fairly successful.
Yeah, although only one of the sentinels is funded right now. Oh no, no! Now they put another one at the bottom. Now there's two. The Rational Merlin is doing a really good job at healing though.
Yeah. Well, I think the random user group has actually run out of titanium.
Yeah, they have, and they're not out scaling the bot's healing, and there's enough titanium collected by the Rational Merlin before the rush that I think they win actually.
Yeah. I mean, they've got two Sentinels going continuously, but Sentinels
Crazy.
really do a lot of GPS.
Damn, yeah. I mean, even with all this up here, they just can't. That's wild. Yeah, I think they just win by default because the Rational Merlin mined a bunch early.
Yep.
Crazy. Okay, let's go on to face. Let's see.
Okay. I'm anticipating that Rush will be really good on this map.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
let's
see.
let's go slow here.
Yeah.
Let's see how random user group does. They're putting down their conveyors. Oh, okay, they've
Okay.
done their rush
Sentinel down.
early. They put sentinels everywhere. Damn,
They don't
four,
have enough defensive
five,
Sentinels.
five of them attacking. Yeah, the defensive sentinel here just isn't pointing the right way. Neither is this one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Really
Okay,
pincering them for a lot of angles.
that's so cool. That's so cool, actually.
Very cool.
Let's go back. Let's go Tree of Life now. Let's go from the the other side.
Yep.
Um. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
again, they're going with the rush strategies here.
Although they're not
Like rushing
funded.
to build Sentinels.
Again, random user group. They don't use bridges for this initial like bunkered resource gather.
A slight bug in there,
But it does it. They don't need it. They don't need
it hasn't mattered, I guess.
it.
Um,
Damn.
yeah,
Okay.
Sentinel Rush is very strong.
Yeah.
We've nerfed that a lot this patch. Okay, this could potentially be the last map.
This could be it. This could be it. Let's see. This is a very rush favored map as well. But they've got some defensive sentinels here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
So
defensive
so
sentinels
actually,
have
I
worked
think
well.
it looks like the Rational Merlin's Sentinel Strap might work here because there's like a sufficiently small amount of tiles that you can just get a chokehold on it.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like they've destroyed the sentinels and the bots now, and they're almost like random user group are almost out of titanium. I think they save some for their like sentinel wall strat later.
I think they don't have enough production because like they can't buy anything useful with their scaling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think Rational Merlin defended like well enough to
Yeah,
to survive.
it looks like the Rational Merlin's just going to take this one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, random user group are like bankrupt. Well, not bankrupt, but I mean, yeah, they can't do anything. They put down their sentinel wall
Yeah,
down here.
now they're bankrupt.
Damn, look at all those harvesters. Crazy.
They're like painting the badge.
I'm surprised in these situations, like the Rational Merlin doesn't attack here. I wonder what the reasoning is. Why? Like, because they're so close and they have so many resources, they could just put a couple gunners down. But it's they might have multiple different modes. They might have rush mode and then they go into mode of just trying to win resource game, which is interesting. Cool. All right,
Okay,
two
last map.
two. It's a nail biter. Okay,
Very exciting.
here we go.
Okay.
It's on
I
Wasteland.
I'm not sure who I'm predicting to win here. This is a very it's a very dense map, and also the cores are very far apart.
Yeah, and
Um,
also like the resources are quite far from the core, which will make rush hard to fund. Um,
yeah,
which I think I I don't know. I don't know who I gamble on actually, because random user group are really good as well. Like their sentinel placement is really good. So
I think I'm gonna gamble on random user high here, just for the Cambridge,
yeah, I'm gonna gamble
backing the
on
Cambridge team.
the Rational Merlin. I'm on I'm on Blues team. We're unbiased commentators though, to be clear. Yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
so some walls going down early.
they can't get
I think
their
it's quite smart to defend your harvesters.
yeah, but I mean they can't get it back. I think Rational Merlin sort of no sorry, random user group rely on having really close harvesters so that they can do this like walled conveyor back to base.
Yeah, actually, like I think they've run out of resources on a lot of these maps.
Yeah, so they might. I mean, they have a sentinel down. If they could place a couple more down potentially,
I think they don't have enough resources to place a lot more sentinels down.
they've got 470. But yeah, they keep. It looks like they keep 470 for like
Well,
their
I think they
sentinel
need to
kill.
like self-destruct their bots.
Yeah, because none of them are doing anything really like right now.
Yeah, and they're like contributing to scaling.
Let's speed up. Let's see if anything else happens. Does the sentinel wall come down and because also Rational Merlin's bankrupt. Like not bank. Yeah, they are bankrupt actually. They have no income.
But they have 100 titanium collected. So if unless a sentinel can destroy this base,
I mean, this is crazy. They've got one builder bot that is defending the core. Oh, it's just out healing the sentinel. This is so close. It's like, and the sentinel's attacking the bot as well, and the bot keeps having to walk off to like heal itself. Oh, this is so close actually. But I think the Rational
I
Merlin
think
holds
Rational
on.
Merlin might take this one.
Yeah, and they have 100 titanium collected, so I think they just
Unless their builder bots like autonomously just leave the base for some reason.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Crazy.
Okay.
Damn. Damn. That's crazy.
Well, with the massive upset, it looks like the Rational Merlin have taken the finals 3-2. So congratulations to our first sprint winners.
Yeah, congratulations. I think the Rational Merlin's asleep right now. I think they're Australian.
Yeah. A massive upset though.
Yeah, that's huge. That's actually insane. Um, damn, that's super
Okay.
cool. You
Well,
can
thank you
actually
to all of you for tuning in. I hope you
yeah
guys enjoyed that. Please give us any feedback if there's anything you want us to change about the sprint streams for next time.
yeah 100%. Like there's also just like this is our first time running the entire event, and yeah, all the infrastructure. So please bear with us with the bugs. I know there have been a few bugs, so we're working
Yeah.
through all that.
I mean, Ollie very quickly made this like sick, awesome tournament viewer. Um, Incredible software engineer.
I don't know. I know it's overlaying a little there. That's a little weird. I need to fix that. You can see this actually. I'm gonna publish this tournament now. Um, I think I can just make it visible. This is the admin UI. Please ignore. Let's make it visible. I think if you now go into the tournaments tab here in the sidebar, you should be able to see Sprint 1, and then you can click on it. You can explore, you can view the previous brackets as well in depth, and you can search for your team. So if I want to search for like random user group, for instance, you can actually see it highlighted, like how they got to the finals, how they got upset. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yep. We hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you will see as many of you as possible next week. Okay.
Awesome. See ya.
All right. Bye, everyone.